COVID-19 patients are hospitalized when their shortness of breath might get too hard to control. They're requiring breathing treatments or inhalers. They might require supplemental oxygen.
A lot of times the people that we get inpatient from either the ER or the COVID tents are the people that their oxygen levels aren't staying high enough, so we need to put them on oxygen until we can get them home oxygen or until they can come off the oxygen completely.
We have a great working relationship with Jefferson. So the patients that they do test for COVID, they will send them here to Berkeley.
It's important that we still have availability here at Jefferson Medical Center to treat patients because COVID-19 isn't the only thing that's happening in the world. I know that given the way things are right now, it's definitely front and foremost, but people have chronic exacerbations of problems that they've had all their lives, so those people have to have a place to go as well. And we serve purpose as being a place in a rural community for people to get the care they need without having to go very, very far.
As an RN, we're doing a lot of the care in the rooms with the patient just to minimize exposure, but we have our techs helping as well. The doctors obviously go in there. Phlebotomy, housekeeping, they're all a part of the patient care.
We help each other by communicating, by making sure we have all the supplies that we need, and by being attentive to the needs of the patient.
Our frontline team here at JMC is a very dedicated staff group that we have from all departments, from respiratory, including dietary, all the way down. Everybody is doing their part to make sure that the patients are safe while they're here, and that not just the COVID patients, but all patients are safe. JMC feels like family, so there's a family component here. Being smaller is very comforting in a time filled with anxiety.
So what has impressed me the most about our team is just the willingness for some of the staff to just get in there and do the work regardless of the dangers that it poses. We all get hands-on. We know we're supposed to limit our exposure to the patients as much as possible, but we also do what needs to be done and just go home at the end of the day.
I think what's impressed me the most is the teamwork. When you're back there on the COVID unit, you're having to really be very cognizant of exactly what you're doing at all times. Like if I go into a room and I forget something, I can't just ungown and take all of my gear off to go back out and get it. So we have a lot of support in that way. Anybody that walks back there is more than happy to grab you something or get a cup of water if you need something for your patient.
It's just crazy to see how all of these different multidisciplinary teams can come together and work together as a whole and just to take great care of these patients. So it's just the fear of the unknown. These patients, they crash fast. I have a lot of experience in ICU, and you know, your patients do go downhill, but these patients, I've never seen these patients get so sick so fast, and it's a challenge because it's all supportive care at the moment.
The most challenging part right now for me is staying positive, not letting the anxiety of the unknown get to me. It's not even while I'm at work, really. While I'm at home with my family, that is probably the biggest challenge right now.
So the most challenging part about being a healthcare worker right now, probably just the fear that I won't be able to provide adequate care to these patients. Secondary to that might be just protecting myself and of course my family when I go home. But more than anything, I just want to get these patients better and just see them improve enough to where they can take care of themselves at home again. And just, we discharge them, and then we just add that number to the positive side of things where they get to say they're negative in the future.
Part of our job has just shifted a little bit from being medical to therapeutic, being reassuring. Can't have visitors right now, so you're going in a little more frequently than maybe you necessarily would, just to make sure that they have that human touch, that human contact and conversation.
All of our team has been excellent, but all of my charge nurses have been so incredible the last couple of weeks. They're always coming back, calling us, seeing if we need anything. Because we're not allowed to leave the units, we're having to call up front constantly if we need a lab taken down or if we need a cup of coffee for a patient, and they remained very positive. They just make sure you're comfortable at all times. If you need anything in the world, they're there in a second.
And then you just have to celebrate like small victories, like weaning down their oxygen by 10% or coming down on their PEEP by 2 or 3 points at a time. The little victories and these patients are surviving.
I would say all of my coworkers are incredible nurses, and they always try to go the extra mile for every single one of their patients, COVID or not.
These people are surviving. There are many people that have survived from this. We have seen this, probably the sickest of the sickest here in Berkeley County, and those patients have survived.
This is going to pass. I know it doesn't feel like it. I think it's strange times that we're in is how I feel with it.
The patients that I've been taking care of have been so thankful. Every single person has been amazing that I've gotten to take care of, which is really rewarding.
I'm very appreciative of the efforts that WVU has put into providing us with PPE. I've seen the looks on the faces of our supervisors when we ask them for more stuff, and you can tell they're so exhausted from fighting for more stuff for us. They just seem to be continuously working to get us the stuff we need and just making sure that we're taken care of.
Just thank you for the support to the community and world at large. It's been incredible.